met this person today, I had this problem, and this is how I resolved it. And once we get into the practice of creating stories, we can have that when we meet someone for the first time, when we're on a date and we want to impress somebody, when we're in a job interview and we want to impress our future boss. These skills could be used to transition to either make money, to meet new people, to make deeper connections. So I think that's very helpful. Regarding this specific topic, what other follow-up questions do you think are very interesting and useful? And also, if anybody has a question, you can feel free to put it down in the chat and I'll go ahead and answer it for you. But tell me, ChatGPT, what other follow-up questions do you think is interesting related to this specific topic?
Absolutely. That was a fantastic answer, and it really ties everything together nicely. So, a couple of follow up questions that might be interesting could be, how can people start small if they're feeling overwhelmed by the idea of storytelling? And maybe also how they can keep it authentic to their own voice so it doesn't feel forced or artificial. And of course, inviting your listeners to ask their own questions is a great idea because it gets them involved and makes it interactive. So, I think you're absolutely on the right track.
Thank you for the feedback. It feels nice to have somebody in our corner, especially when, not all of us has access to this huge networks. The idea is to create, right, this disability, but it's really good to know that at least you're in my corner. So thank you for those follow-up questions. Let's tackle the first. How can we tackle storytelling if the idea sounds overwhelming? That's true. The more we practice, the better we get. But there are definitely ways we can search online. What is the framework of a good story? What are the bones? Basically, what is a good outline? You need a beginning, a middle, and an end. You need emotion. You need a climax point. You don't need to get too technical. Three points. The idea is if you start slow, you can build on it. Not that this is essential. I just think it's helpful to me, and I think it's helpful to make that connection with other people because we all love stories. What is Hollywood? It's a storytelling industry. So if you want to make that connection with somebody, a good way to do it is storytelling. Is it the only way? No. It's just something that has helped me. How can you keep it authentic to your own voice so it doesn't feel forced or artificial?